Hey people, Jim here, and we're going to talk about food. Food in the afterlife. This season, I'm living in an old country inn, not far from Bali, where I raised a family. Uh, it's a neat old building. My friends own it. I have a nice quiet room upstairs on the second floor. Used to be a very famous restaurant downstairs that they closed. They shuttered a couple of years ago. It just got too much. The restaurant business is brutal. I know. Uh, our story starts really at the first building that Colleen and I used to do recordings in. My sister Colleen. Uh, it's a 300-year-old building about 4 or 5 miles down the road from here. Uh, we had access to it for about a year, so we went every week. And for the first couple months, we recorded a girl inside the kitchen, and she would ask for pizza every week. Now, of course, pizza hasn't been around 300 years, so she's a recent inhabitant of that building. But she would say things like, "Pizza, pizza, bring me pizza." Real cute. I love pizza, you know. So eventually, one one week, I remembered to take pizza. I heated a slice up at home and took it over, put it on the kitchen counter, and Colleen and I walked around the house, which we learned you're not supposed to do. But back in those days, we were novices. And you know what? We got back to the kitchen. The pizza was still there. I mean, it didn't disappear. But after that week, she never asked again. So there was some kind of connection between the physical object on the kitchen counter and what that young lady was after. Uh, Much like our grandfather Finnegan, Bubba is his nickname. When we do what we do studies, we put recorders around our homes and we ask questions. Uh, it takes 3 minutes. It's no time. There's no time at all. But in those 3 minutes, we record people saying hello to each other as they're coming in, goodbye to each other as they're leaving, uh, and they talk about the food on Bubba's buffet. He puts out the food and drink, and they discuss it. They talk about the items. They pass in the bottle, and they're drinking the beer and the whiskey, and it's constant. So there's food is a big element in this. And the reason I think he's putting the food out is because he's encouraging people from other families to come and be involved with these studies that Colleen and I do. You know, these questions and answer sessions. Uh, and recently I did a study in this room all about food. So I need these anymore. I ask, where do they get their food? And a guy at the door right in front of me, "I want to eat something," he says. And a man soon at that door, another man, "Jimmy, I like your food." And I don't think he's talking to me. I think he's talking about my grandfather, Bubba, who was also named Jim. Question, what is your favorite dish? I ask. A man over by that door says, "Clams." The guy out in the hallway says, "Corned beef." Go figure. And a woman out in the hallway asks her neighbor, "What is your favorite dish?" And the guy replies, shrimp dish. All that's kind of seafood heavy, isn't it? "Where is your favorite place to eat?" I ask. And a man at that door right in front of me, "Eat Firehouse Little Bit." The Firehouse is a social club not far from here that I'm a member of, and I do eat there a couple times a week. So obviously, this guy is one of the people that travel around with me in my daily life. At that question, what is your favorite place? A man by the window right next to me here, "God's Grill," he says. I think that's a little weird, but a man out in the hallway, "Tara's Place" is his favorite. A woman by the window here, "Edna's Home Fries," she says. I don't know any of these people. Uh, and a man rightfully at the door, not here. He says, yeah, because all I have is a microwave. All I'm doing is heating up leftovers. Question, what do you eat from Bubba's Buffet? A man out in the hall, the toast. A woman out in the hall, I like having seafood. A man by the window, I want a different choice. He's getting bored. A woman at the door, eat it too much. Putting on weight. A man out in the hallway, I like Zachary's chicken. Now that is a really interesting comment because Zachary is Colleen's son. And him and his buddies at some point concocted a chicken dish he making in a pan on the stovetop with salsa and cream of mushroom soup. And you just mix those two together and it really makes a nice chicken. So here, this guy, he's living vicariously through Colleen's son. And of course, we're all in the same family together. So that guy can very well bounce between here where I'm living and Colleen's house 15 minutes away. He's moving back and forth. But it's not like he didn't eat that when he was alive. He was involved with that while Zachary was at home making it. Remember that. That's important. Who is the best cook? In the hall, a man says, it may be Janet. Janet's one of the owners of this house, of this building, and she was the chef of the restaurant downstairs for years. I'm mad how bad you cook, a woman over by the bed says. I hope she's not looking at me. I thought I was pretty good. I could hold my own. And a guy at the door right in front of me. God cooks under me, he says. It's kind of pompous. But mentioning God is weird, and we got it twice during this one study. So I'm not sure. I don't know. There's rules in the afterlife. We know there's rules. And somebody has to enforce those rules. Is there a God that does that? I don't know. We don't get straight answers on everything. But food's always been a hot topic. I mean, are they actually eating it? I don't know. It's more of a parallel universe kind of thing. We eat food, so the parallel universe eats food as well. Or is it like the Zach's Chicken or the Pizza Girl? You know, are they just kind of living through us humans, enjoying the food through us humans? Not sure, but we're going to keep working at it. Thanks for watching.